The most often question I get asked every single day, and I'm sure it's heavily Googled, is now the right time to buy a home? And that's not just nationally, but the Scottsdale landscape is no different. So what you need to do is watch this video. I'm gonna save you tons of time, hopefully save you lots of money, and we'll talk about the market in Scottsdale in particular, so you don't make an expensive mistake. So stay with me in this video. I'm gonna break down what's happening in the Scottsdale market right now and what it means for you as a buyer. We're gonna go through some data, and we're gonna talk about what this means if you decide to enter the market now. First, let's just talk facts because there's a ton of noise out there, and the last thing we need is more noise in our head. Let's start with the average home price in Scottsdale, Arizona. It now sits at $965,000. That's up 10% over last year. But don't panic. What that tells us is that the homes have held their value here, the market is growing, and it continues to be a great market to move to and invest in. Homes in Scottsdale are sitting on the market an average of 68 days. Is that long? Is that short? Not necessarily, it's just about right. We're finally in a balanced market, which means you have time to shop, you have time to compare, you have time to negotiate. We don't have a frenzied market like we did in 2021, 22. The buyer gets to be in control this time around. So here's what most buyers get wrong. They look back at 2020, 2021, and even 2022 and say, I missed it. I missed my opportunity. I should have bought then. I would have realized all of the appreciation. But let me tell you what buying in that market looked like. It was a frenzy. You'd waive your inspection. You'd overbid by $100,000. You couldn't have any contingencies. You didn't have time to shop for the right house that was perfect for you. Now you've got time to do all of that. And with me as your agent, I'll help you negotiate the best deal. I know what sellers are willing to negotiate, which homes have been on the market a little longer than the others, and that's more valuable information than what you get from Zillow. Now I know what some of you buyers are thinking. You're thinking, I'll just sit this out. I'll wait until prices come down and then I'll buy. That's the first biggest mistake you can make. Every housing analyst is looking at Scottsdale and projecting prices to go up another 2 to 4% over the next year. That's just the cost of inflation, if nothing else. So when you've got a market that's as hot as Scottsdale with jobs relocating here, people from California, from the Midwest, from Washington State, there's a huge demand in our market, not to mention the lifestyle. Do mortgage rates make you feel claustrophobic? I understand, and that's a conversation on everyone's lips these days. What are rates like? What's the mortgage market doing? Well, I can assure you that we saw historic lows in 2020 and 21 because the rates were artificially lowered. We'll never see that again. And if you look back at a 30, 40-year history of mortgage rates, we're actually very balanced, sitting right in the middle in the low sixes. So I say this to everyone, if now is a good time to buy for you as an individual, then now is a good time to buy. So who is this market perfect for? It's perfect for you if you're a relocating buyer from a high cost living state such as California, Illinois, New York, Washington State. Perfect. It's also perfect for you if you're a remote worker and you get to choose a lifestyle market that you want to live and work in. And maybe you just want to build equity in a very strong, healthy market, then this market is perfect for you. So if any of these are you, keep watching, stay with me. I've got more information. Okay, here's my offer to you. If you're at all interested in moving to Scottsdale, book a free, no cost consultation with me, 20 minutes on the phone. Let's talk about your lifestyle, your timeline, your financial situation. We can figure out the neighborhood, what makes sense for you in terms of budgeting. I'll give you real, honest opinions and advice based on my professionalism. You'll know strategically if this is a good time for you to buy in Scottsdale. Reach out.